What's up, YouTube? Back at you again, coming back to you with a little bit more content. Today, what I wanted to talk to everybody about was this pair of value hiking shoes or all-terrain shoes that I found, and that is the Kumbu hiking shoe. It's an all-season tech system shoe. Um, all seasons, all the time is their slogan. And I got these from Costco, my size 13. And this is what they look like right out the box. Pretty solid sole. Can't really bend this shoe, or it doesn't have that much give. That's how it kind of looks overall. Solid bottom here, solid sole. Feels like the foot cushion is kind of a ergonomic or memory foam type sole inside of this shoe. But most importantly, what I wanted to do is I want to buy this value shoe. They have this retailed at about $15 at Costco. And so what I wanted to do was I wanted to take it out and I wanted to test the shoe. Like I said, this is it, brand new, out of the box. But I have been wearing this particular shoe for about 7 months now, and these are the shoe that I've been wearing. And I've been torture testing these things. The sole, after about 90 days, is trash. I would suggest that you get an insert to put in there if you want longevity and comfort from this all-terrain shoe. This particular shoe is not at all conducive to the cold weather. So this is definitely not a cold weather boot or all-terrain shoe. It's held up surprisingly well. For me to have worn these for 7 months, and I've wore them in kicking rocks, I wore them on tough surfaces, I've wore them on rocks, I've worn them in the cold weather, I've worn them in the snow. They do get your feet pretty cold, so I would not suggest that if you buy a value all-terrain shoe or this particular brand, not to wear these out in the snow. They are very good at wind blocking. So if it's a very windy day, you won't feel that breeze penetrating this boot at all, or much at all, should I say. Let's see. I've spilled diesel fuel on these boots. I've worn these to work in unforgiving terrain over the course of 7 months, and they've held up surprisingly well for a $15 all-terrain boot. And so yeah, it was a pretty positive buy. And these, like you can see, these held up pretty well after about 7 months of me having these. Like I say, you might want to buy an insole for those for a little more comfort, because the memory sole type sole that they come brand new, it's good, but it's only good for about 2 to 3 months before it starts to really break down. They do a pretty good job at blocking like the wind. The negative thing about these boots is in the winter time, the cold weather will penetrate those boots relatively quickly, and you cannot step on like your like pea gravel, things like that. You're absolutely fine. But when you start to get into, you know, big rocks, you know, about maybe, you know, 2-inch rocks or so, then you'll really start to feel it, especially once those soles start to break down on that boot. So overall, would I suggest these boots for somebody who's on a budget, short term? Say if you're going to go out and you're going to just recreationally do some hiking or something, and it's not going to be really rocky terrain or anything, then yes, this is a good value boot. If you are experienced hiker or something, of course not. I would not suggest that you wear these boots or even purchase these boots. But as a pair of just you know, moving around the city or doing just, you know, some recreational hiking or something, then I think that these boots hold up well, especially if you change the sole in them and everything like this. You're not gonna get much for 15 bucks. So for $15, these boots are good. I mean, for the price point, yes. As you can see, I bought a second pair of these. My first pair lasted me about 7 months, and that's wearing them in the heat, because here we are, we're just January here, and I've had the pair for about 7 months. So I've worn them in the extreme heat. I've worn them in the cold. I've worn them in the rain, windy conditions, dusty conditions. I beat them up pretty good, gotten diesel fuel on them. Really stuff to try my best to kind of break these down, and they've held up pretty well to be $15 all-terrain boots. So that's it. So that's just my take on the boots. The sole actually, not the sole, but the tread and everything on the boots has actually held up surprisingly well for where I've been wearing them and how I've been treating these over the last 7 months. So you can see those are the ones that I've worn over the past 7 months versus, you know, brand new out the box. So it's worn down considerably, but not bad comparatively speaking from new out of the box. So that is my review on these KUMBU all-season, all-terrain boots there. And I hope that you guys enjoyed the review of these boots. I thank everybody for sticking with me and watching the channel. If you would and you enjoy this content, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I got more content coming on the way. Thank everyone for being with me and being on this journey of learning and experiencing new things. Peace.